welcome to today's episode of... I don't know what that dance was. Welcome to today's episode of Unhinged Crafts, where we take things from a big scale to a smaller scale for the DIYers, but also the people that are curious about welding. We are going to take it way back to the very beginning of my career, where I created my first floral type patterns on scrapyard finds. And one of the cool things that you can find that is free, and almost everyone has a scrap one of these, and that is a wheelbarrow, whatever it is, an old wheelbarrow that you could cut up. In the beginning of my career, I've cut up quite a few of these, which kind of weirdly translates onto car hoods and car trunks, because it's got that really pretty curve. Okay. This is it. I know, it's a lot. But if you take a plasma cutter to this right here, oh my God, what a beautiful garden piece you could have. The vines can kind of grow up it. And this is where you could really start playing with floral patterns. I would normally start with the already pre-made holes, which could technically be the inside or the middle of the flower. So we're gonna start our pattern from the holes, which kind of gives us a good guideline of where to start. First, we're gonna need some PPE. Jacket, gloves, hood. Since this is so big, I should probably move this out of the way. We're just gonna set it on the ground. This time, we're gonna use a different machine. In previous episodes, you've seen me use the 33XP, but this time, we're going to bring in my main squeeze, my daily driver. Okay, now, the reason why I'm bringing this machine in is, number one, it is now available online at northerntool.com, so you can 100% go get this machine, but also, Hypertherm can't tell you this, but I can tell you this. The reason why this machine is important is this was their demo model that they sent me to test this machine years ago. Okay, so let me let that sink in. Years ago, okay? So this machine has traveled all over the country with me. This machine has been with me everywhere. Go out, invest in yourself, invest in your business, and buy this. You only have to buy it once. That's it, just once. And it'll grow with you through everything. So we're gonna move this onto the floor. It's the same setup as the 33XP, just plug in the air in the back, turn it on. But this machine does not run on 120, it only runs on 240. So you have to make sure you have a higher electric capacity in your shop to be able to run this. Let's get started. Put this back up here. This craft right here is pretty awesome, because not only are you recycling and you're saving something from scrap, what a beautiful addition to your garden and letting vines grow up. I just got some black-eyed Susans. Y'all saw me plant those in the I Love Bucket video. It's gonna go to protect my black-eyed Susans by my clothesline, because my husband accidentally ran over it with a lawnmower. So we're gonna put this there so he doesn't do that again. All right, let's get started. Since this is really rusty, I'm gonna actually ground directly to the wheelbarrow. So just stick it right on there. Now, let's put on our PPE. I put this thing on 30 amps, which is still within the same capacity and amperage-wise if you have the 33XP, or if you got the 30 Air, which has the air compressor built into it. At that capacity, cutting it at 30 amps, it works well with all three of those machines. There's 4 holes, right? And that's where the little handles or whatever go. So I'm gonna use those as a guideline to start cutting flowers. And the type of flower I'm going to cut is also gonna be my OG flower from the very beginning, which is a basic rose flower. Now these are super easy. I know it doesn't make sense now, but I'll show you whenever I get started. But basically, you're gonna start with a wonky circle. And then you're gonna start building a bubble letter C. Like C, 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 C. You're gonna kind of layer and stack all these C's together to create a rose. They don't have to be a perfect C. You add some wave into it to give it a thicker top or thinner bottom to, hold on, I'll show you. Basically starting with this hole right here, I'm gonna misshape this hole just a little bit to give it like more of texture and depth, and we'll build the C pattern around. Now we're gonna build our bubble letter C's with some waves in it around it, and then we're gonna stack those on top of each other in a sequence. Just watch. I also like to start small and then work my way into a bigger C. I'll show you. You're building C's around a circle, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can add some waves. It's your art. Get as creative or as wild or as in-depth or textured as you want. There's no mistakes here. It's art. There's no rules. So we're gonna keep going. I think I'm gonna use these other 4 holes as guidelines as well, and we're gonna create some other roses. So we're gonna start on this hole right here. All right, so that's a little bit funkier of a hole. Let's just keep going. So you see how I'm creating more waves within it, but we're gonna go even bigger. You can create whatever texture or flow you want just by moving the plasma. I call it painting with fire. That's what it seems like to me. It feels like I'm painting, you know. That's why I love the plasma so much. Now, if it doesn't come out all the way, what you could do is you could just overcut a little bit and it'll fall right out. And nobody will ever see your second line. So I'll show you another example of something that might happen that you would think, oh no, I just messed up. Let me show you. So say you're here and your piece doesn't fall out. Just overcut it. But then, oh man, you went to overcut and then you accidentally cut wrong. This is how you can fix it. So we're here, it's stuck in this little area right here. So I'm just gonna go to overcut and oh, dang, I accidentally overcut. How you can fix that is just by cutting it even more. And then you won't even see where it was. Watch. Gone. Let's keep going. Okay. Let's turn it around. In the world of plasma, you are going to get dirty. So, just fair warning. All right. I'm just going to keep going and we're going to fill this up. Okay, I got the 4 base holes started. This is gonna be my guideline. And I'm basically gonna build my pattern off of these 4 roses. And you can also see that I use 4 different techniques here as far as with the plasma, doing some more solid C's versus more wavy and extra wavy. So it kind of shows you that you can play here. Like I said, no rules, it's your art. Expand your mind and play. You're painting. Picasso, maybe Picasso is not a great example, but I mean, think about Monet and like Van Gogh, brush strokes. Every single one of these is a brush stroke. Have fun with it. Let's keep going. Also, 100% okay to draw it on. You do not have to do it freehand the way that I'm doing it. I've done this so many times, it's burned into my brain. You'll get there too. So if you have to draw it on, draw it on. There ain't no shame or blame in that. However you gotta develop the skill and your craft, do it. So there's not exactly a set place that you just put these. You just kind of go for it. That's kind of what I'm doing. Just like on the last one with the lamp, you just support your decision. Wherever you want it, support that decision and follow through with the cuts, you know. We're just about done here. We're gonna keep cutting along the bottom. We're almost finished with it, and then we'll fill out this top and then go see what it looks like. Turn on 2-pack. Do you wanna ride it out? Da 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 da. Okay. Now we're basically there. Let's do the middle. Hail Mary, come ride with me. Hail Mary, run quickly. We'll be out here now. You wanna ride it out? Da 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 da. Come with me. Hail Mary. Da 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 da. One more and then we're done. That's it. Almost done. I'm sweating. Jeez. This is what it's really like, folks. Plasma cutting is a hot sport. All right, she done. It's hot. Okay, we are done. It got hot in here. Let's go put this next to the clothesline and see how it looks. I'm super stoked. Also, all these pieces, save them. Make something out of it later. Let's go. Oh, the weather. You know, I'll never ever complain about the rain. A lot of people do complain about the rain, but I won't, because I lived in a place that was basically hell on earth that never rained. So here it rains so much, I'm obsessed. All right, you see how much it brought it back to life? Now, I would hit this with a grinder, but we don't have to do that. Cool thing about Hypertherm is there's not a whole lot of slag. If you know, you know. Okay. Look how pretty it is. And the patina is still there. I love patina. And it's about to start raining. So let's go take it where we're going. The whole goal of this is to show you guys that you can literally do whatever you want. You have free will. Free will is to stop on the side of the road and say, hey, can I take that off your hands? Hey, I noticed that you had some scrap over there. Do you want me to clean it up? It's free and you're recycling. That's exactly how I started my career. If you're just thinking about it and you're not sure, let this be your sign to just go out, try something new. Art is art as art is art, and nobody can tell you it's not art. So, you see those black-eyed Susans? I mean, there was a bigger pile until Evan ran over them. But in the meantime, we're gonna use this to keep him from running over them again. And they should grow right up in it onto my clothesline beautifully. I kind of want them to stretch across. So it needs something to grab onto. Why not give it something to grab onto? So let this be your sign to get out and try something new. A plasma is not as complicated as it looks. And there's something really cool about painting with fire. So get out, recycle, reuse, and build some